Hi friends, today I am going to explain the theory of absolute advantage given by Adam Smith. Before going to the theory, we have to know the assumptions given by Adam Smith. Basically, it's a 2 into 2 model. 2 into 2 model means there will be only two countries and there will be only two commodities. So those two countries and those two commodities involved in the trade only, and there is no other countries, there is no third country involved, and those two countries cannot produce the third commodity, and there will be free trade between those two countries. There is no import tariff, export tariff also will not be there. There is no trade barriers, and there is no cost of production except the labor cost. Labor cost will be there. Whatever the production cost is shown by a country, it will only be the wage given to the labor. So keeping in mind these four assumptions, I'll explain the theory with the help of a graph. Now in the graph we can see that there are two production possibility curve. Here is the production possibility curve showing as GG1, another one is KK1. GG1 is the production possibility curve of country A, and KK1 is the production possibility curve of country B. There are two products, which is cocoa and rice. By using the same amount of resources and same amount of labor, now we can check how much country A and country B is producing and how trade happens between these two countries. Now check the production of country A. Country A can produce 10 units of cocoa and 5 units of rice. By using all the resources, it can produce 10 units of cocoa or 5 units of rice. Now we can check the example of country B. Country B can produce 2.5 units of cocoa or 10 units of rice. So between these two, it has to choose which one to produce. This applies to country A also. Now think about it. Country A will produce cocoa, that is 10 units of cocoa, and country B will produce 10 units of rice by using all those resources. Now we can see here country A has an absolute advantage in the production of cocoa, and country B has an absolute advantage in the production of rice. The same thing can be explained with the help of a table also. Now I have given the examples of India and US. They are the two countries involved in the trade, and two commodities are cocoa and rice. So by using its all resources, India can produce 10 units of cocoa or 5 units of rice. If you take the examples of US can produce 2.5 units of cocoa or 10 units of rice. So now both the countries decides to produce a commodity which it can produce at a cheaper cost, or which it can produce more. Now we can easily understand that India will choose cocoa and US will choose rice. Now they can trade these two commodities. India can export cocoa to US and US can export rice to India. So how Adam Smith has explained his theory? As Adam Smith said, he argued that a country has an absolute advantage in the production of a product when it is more efficient than any other country producing it. Now we can see here a country, if we take India, India has an absolute advantage in the production of cocoa. US has absolute advantage in the production of rice. And what he says is that how to do it, how to gain an absolute advantage. So he says that it's specialization. Every country try to be a specialist in the production of a particular commodity. By being a specialist, it can produce that particular commodity at a cheaper rate and export it to another country and import the commodity which it cannot produce at a cheaper cost. And in general, in economics, Principle of absolute advantage refers to the ability of a country to produce more of a good when we compare to another country. This theory of Adam Smith is based upon the principle of division of labor, and every country should specialize in producing those products at cost less than that of the other countries. So when one country produces product at a lower cost and another country produces at a product at a lower cost, both can exchange. What this point says is that if India can produce cocoa at a lower cost and US can produce rice at a lower cost, both US and India can benefit from the trade. India can exchange cocoa to rice and US can exchange rice to cocoa. Thank you friends. Thank you so much.